Hello there and good morning. Today we're going to do something again on the channel that's completely different to what we normally do, which is obviously the travel videos and maybe drone footage, whatever else. We're going to continue the theme that we're going to be doing airgun reviews. I've got two guns today and we're going to do kind of a challenge video of what is the best shot for your buck. We have two guns. We have the Webley Vmx Quantum, and we also have the Remington Express XP. Both guns are about the same price range. Both guns will be fitted with a pretty medium sight, nothing fancy. Shot over 15-metre length into the garden, into a target, and obviously take 10 shots with each, and we'll see exactly which one works out the better shot and which one I think is probably best for your money. I don't know how this is going to go. I am going to get somebody else to be shooting the guns for me today. I won't be in the video for the shooting part as I'm not feeling too well after a road incident I had, and it's best to just let somebody else do it than me hobble around. I hope you enjoy it. As I say, the person who's shooting the gun, which will be my daughter, which she won't be in the video, but you will see the target and you'll actually see how the 10 shots land, and you can tell me, you know, which one you think's worth the money more. I will video the guns shortly just to show you exactly which ones we're using. The Remington XP Express I've had for quite some years now. I will be quite honest with you, it was my father's gun who's now passed away and handed down to myself. I've hardly used it because it was his, to be fair, so I've took a bit of time this morning setting up the sights on it and getting it ready for this this actual challenge between the two guns to see which we think's the best, and I won't give my personal preference. I will leave that up to you. Obviously, if people want to comment in the comments and say to me, like, I think so and so is the better gun or whatever else, then please do. Obviously, this is more of a fun video. It's for people to enjoy, for people to see what both guns can do. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. Obviously, I've got no ideas what the results will be at this point, so yeah, let's move on to the guns, and I'll show you exactly what two guns I'll be using today. Right, this is the first gun we'll be using today. This is the Remington Express XP. Nice gun. As you can see, it's in the synthetic stock. It's got a X11 scope, which is 3-stroke 9x40. I don't know if you can see that there, and yeah, on there as well I do have the red dot, but I will tell my daughter not to use the red dot so it makes it fair. Also, it has a suppressor on the end. I do find with this gun, to be fair, that it is fairly quiet due to that suppressor on the end. Nice gun. Be great to see how this one goes, and obviously we're going to give that a try now and see how it all goes. Gun number two we shall be using today is this. It is the it's probably one you've seen me use on my first video I ever tried doing this. It's the Webley. Now, Webley originally obviously from Birmingham. They're now, I think, outsourced to China somewhere, but this is the Vmx Quantum. It's got a muzzled stock, muzzled barrel, sorry, but it doesn't seem to quiet it down much. It does seem to have an hell of a lot of spring noise when it lets off a shot. Nicely shaped gun, I find though, and it's been pretty reliable so far. The only thing I will say, the supplied AGS 3-stroke 9x40 scope has a habit of coming off. It does, as you can see there, maybe just at the back there, it does have a lock to stop it sliding, but for some reason it just keeps coming loose and dropping off. The other day, one of the kids was taking a shot with it, and it dropped completely off and broke the back cover off when it dropped off. So what I've had to do, I've had to take the sight completely away. I've alcoholed all the groove in the 11mm groove in the top there where it goes in the dovetail rail. I've dry alcoholed all that out, and I've put thread lock in all of the screws and refitted it. Hopefully now this should stop all the nonsense with this, and we can just operate as normal. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully that's just the case now and it's done. But over time I have found the gun to be quite heavy on recoil and quite heavy on spring noise. Now, whether this is the newness of it, I'm unsure. I've not really done a lot with it, as I say, because I've not been too good. But yeah, over time we'll see how that goes. Another way I've thought of alleviating this, I have bought a one-piece scope rail, which I'm waiting to be delivered, and I will fit that at a later date. But gun number 2, as we said, the Webley Vmx Quantum. Let's see how that goes. Right, you've seen the guns, you know what the challenge is about. We're just going to get all set up now, and obviously I will put a camera on the target so you can actually see what's doing what. I'll use a simple system. I've told my daughter to be open-handed, nothing there at all to help her with steadiness, so it's just open hand shooting, 10 shots from each gun. Both has been tuned in earlier on today, and we should obviously see which is best and which is the better shot. Also, you may be able to see or hear anyway which is the quietest and which is also doing, you know, easier to break, easier to cock, shall we say, and we'll work it all out from there. Okay, let's go. Well, that's number one done. That's the Remington Express XP. Freestanding, 17-year-old daughter. Doesn't want to be in the video, can't blame her really. But obviously you can see the results there, and it's time to compare it now, obviously against the Webley Vmx Quantum. See how well that does. Let's have a see. Well, that's the results. Brought in a bit close there, but yeah, you can see that you know, she's not an expert shot by any form of or stretch of the imagination, but a couple of bullseyes there and a couple stretched around a bit, but there seemed to be a muchness of muchness. Both quite capable to hit a bullseye. Both, if you're a little bit shaky, they're going to go wayward. No guarantees with anything there, but that's our results and that's our findings on this test anyway. So, what's our conclusion with these two, shall we say, budget end of the scale guarding plinkers? And I suppose in many ways you could, use them for small vermin. Well, taking in what my daughter said, the Remington is a lot easier to cock. Seems to be balanced better for herself, whereas the Webley, in her case, was a lot harder to cock. But then again, it is relatively new, the Remington, so we're not going to say much about that at the moment. It's still really breaking itself in. I seem to think that the Remington does have a little bit of a touch of the edge with accuracy. I don't know if that's due to the longer barrel with the suppressor. I couldn't really say. But the Webley's definitely not far behind. It's there. It's in with a shot. As I say, it was freestanding. Anything could happen really. But it just gives you an idea exactly what these guns are about and what kind of results you can expect to get with them as regards target shooting. I've got no doubt that I found when I did the shooting the other day with the Webley, when I done one a while back, a video on the Webley Quantum. I found I could get like a lot nicer close bunching. Bearing in mind, as I say, I've had to use my daughter for this. I'm not too good at the moment. But she's done her best and she's given us a fair crack. She's used both guns with the same pellets. We are using the RWS hobby pellets in this case, which seem to fit both guns really well with no problems. One thing I have noticed with the Remington, I was using Remington's own Tyrant pellets, .22 ones. Both guns are .22, by the way, and I found that they don't fit very well into the barrel. You get a lot of missed shots with them where the spring just fires out but doesn't shoot the pellet out. Whereas with the RWS hobby, no problems whatsoever. The skirt just seems to fit the barrel so much better and makes for a shot without any problems whatsoever, which is what you need. The last thing you want if you're out doing a bit of hunting is to have something in your crosshairs and all you get a puff of wind and no pellet fly out. I mean, that's quite depressing. I bought the Remington ones for that gun on a purpose because obviously it is a Remington, but I've found the Remington ones do not work very well in it at all. So if you do buy a Remington XP, do avoid the Remington Tyrant punch pellets. They just do not work at all. I think I have the box here somewhere. I'll just take a check. No, I don't at the minute, but yeah. Oh, that was right. Yes, I had to throw the pellet tub away because the pellet tub that came with the RWS hobby pellets was absolutely useless. Once you cracked it open, it wouldn't reseal and the pellets kept falling out. But those are the Remington Tyrant punch pellets that I was using before, and they are absolutely rubbish. They do not fit the Remington very well at all. However, believe it or not, they do fire in the Webley, which sounds a bit of a mismatch, but they do. But just to make sure that every shot in this video was done correctly and fired upon without a miss, we use the RWS hobbies, which, as I say, are in that tin due to the tin that comes with the RWS is absolutely useless. But I've used the old tin for the Tyrant punch pellets. But yeah, that's the only thing I can really say. Another thing is as well, I find if you find any form of cheap pellet that's not dressed very well, it will not fire in the Remington. So I hope that's just gives you a little bit of insight into things that I've found with the guns. As I say, the other thing that I've found quite often is with this Webley one, the scope, which is an AGS, has fell off at least 3 to 4 times. Now, last night, while I could get sat down and I've got a workbench in front of me, I managed to clear the complete dovetail rail out of any grease, any dirt and contaminants with some alcohol solution, fetched a lot of grease and whole bits of swarf from out the dovetail. And earlier on today, I resat it with some lock thread on all of the screws and bolts. Now, if this doesn't work and it does fall off again, which I've not seen any sign of yet, then I have ordered a one-piece scope rail, which I will fit at a later date. If this does stay as it is now, and it is okay, I won't alter it at all, due to they're just messing about with keep fitting them really. But that's the only thing I can address really with the Webley at the moment. Is it is a bit of a nightmare that the scope just jumps off. I think it's more or less to do with the kickback on it. It does have a heavy kickback, and I think that's what's shown today with with my daughter taking the shots. The kickback on it is absolutely ridiculous. You can hear the spring go, even though, as I say, it's suppressed. You just hear, the spring noise every time. But as I said, I don't know if that will subside after a while when it's been used more, but that's our findings so far. Thank you for listening. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope so it was also insightful for everybody. Take care. Speak soon.